Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
I don't know. I've been listening, and some bits of the conversations I've like agreed with, other bits I've not. I feel like the easiest way to navigate this is to be like, okay, my rating, and to stick close to the album, would probably be like a 4. Don't want to be controversial and say 3.9. I'll say a 4. I feel like the succinct thing I would say is that like language and words matter. That's like my first thing. I feel like when we are talking about plethora of issues, there's so many things that are like happening in our community, etc. So many things he touches on in his own life. I feel like when you're talking about issues that are important like this, there's a certain way in which the narrative that you tell, it's not just the thing that you're saying, it's how many times other people have said the same thing, and then what message are you reinforcing. So the issues that I sort of had were the things he is talking about are so important, but the way in which the message is sometimes being delivered feels like it's falling into the stereotype whilst trying to dissect and kind of break down that stereotype. I feel like if you look at the album, if you look at certain lyrics, like when he's talking about, oh, maybe it's because his lips are big, maybe it's because like his dick is big. I feel like as much as his hair is nappy, you're trying to make like Beyonce has covered that. As much as you're trying to like make a point that's valid, the way in which you're conveying that message feels like there was a better way, or a better way to use a metaphor or an illusion that could say the same thing. I feel like when you're looking at, I guess, even he makes a reference to J. Cole's like neighbors, like, oh, I think the neighbors think I'm selling drugs. J. Cole's, I think the neighbors think I'm selling dope. I feel like there's a lot of, I guess, intertextuality, like where he's making references to other songs, where you have like kind of the historical. He knows his stuff basically. I think where I struggle is if you use the voices of many people to tell your own story, then what is your story? And that's why I feel like he is telling his story. Could it have been done in a more elevated way, given what I expect from him?
Okay, you think that it could have been more nuanced to his own personal experiences?
I feel like it is nuanced to his own personal experiences, but the language which
that he
uses
is quite
reinforces certain stereotypes.
Got you. No, really good point.